You won't believe this. Imagine grabbing a coffee with your dog, minding your own business, and then boom, you're hit with an $800 fine because your dog's lead is under your foot instead of in your hand.
What has the world come to, Alex? It's
outrageous.
just crazy. That's exactly what happened to small business owner Robin Watkins. And let's just say people are a bit fired up about it. She joins us live now from the Sunshine Coast with her dog Violet. Robin, good morning to you.
Hi, Robin.
This fine sounds a bit outrageous. Talk us through how it came about.
Well, basically, I was just sitting outside, which is part of my premises, and having a coffee with my dog Violet. And the council people drove past. Then they came back about 10 minutes later on foot and proceeded to tell me that I wasn't doing the right thing. And I said, well, she's on a lead and a collar and she's secure underneath my foot. And they said, well, it's illegal. You know, you have to have the dog held in your hand, which I went on to ask, well, you know, none of us have ever heard anything about this. If you walk up to the cafes, you'll see them. Everyone puts the dog underneath their foot or over at the beachfront. So they said they speak to their supervisor about it. And I spoke to her the next day because it concerned me, because I felt that I was on private property and the dog was secure and she was sitting there asleep. She was on a lead and a collar. The supervisor went through a lot of regulations, whether it's dog hooks on walls, all sorts of things about how it's not legal. You could be fined for it. And in the end, I was given a warning. Then about 3 days later, when I opened my emails late in the afternoon, there was an email that was a fine in it. So then I addressed the supervisor at the council. She proceeded to tell me, you know, it got a bit heated. She hung up on me. I went to the Mayor's office for support. Our local Mayor, Rosanna, has been wonderful. And I basically tried to get as much support as I can because I'm a small business. Times are tough. You know, it's just nobody knows these laws. Why aren't they made relevant to the public?
Robin, this is outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. So were you given a warning at all, or was it just a straight-up fine?
It was. When I spoke to the supervisor the next day on the phone, she did say it would be a warning and then proceeded a few days later to then send a fine. So, you know, and the thing is that I thought I was doing the right thing. She was on a lead, on a collar, secure under my foot. She's a big, gentle giant. She's a big, fat teddy bear. You can see she's sitting here next to me.
Beautiful.
She's my bestie.
Aww.
And people are just not aware of, are there laws? Are they in writing? You know, our local, I love you too. Our local post office has a sign out the front for dog parking. So, you know, we need to see these laws written in writing, and they need to be made relevant to people so they could, you know, whether they're sent out with our dog registration or, you know, and I don't want everyone to be blamed in the council. There was just a certain amount of people. We have some great council people and our local mayor's fabulous. But none of us are aware of these rules. And if you walk past the cafes, you'd see many people sitting there every day with their dog leads under their foot.
And I think that communication is probably the factor here, because obviously rules like this are in place for public safety, and as long as everyone's doing the right thing, then everyone stays safe, right? But you're right, that does need to be communicated, and the dog was on a lead, and a beautiful dog it is. But you're not the only one, it seems, to have an opinion on this. Plenty of you at home have also been hit with some really outrageous fines. Michael says he was fined $60 and lost 1 point for a dirty windscreen. That's weird, isn't it?
Wow, that's outrageous. Now, Nadine says, my grandfather was fined for not voting, which is hard to do from the grave.
Ah, yes, that old chestnut.
Yeah, Robin, last word. What do you want to say to the council? If you had them here right now, what would you say to them?
I think they need to revoke the fine. They owe me an apology, and they also need to make all these laws prevalent to everybody Australia-wide of what the rules are and aren't in writing.
Yep,
and they are not doing that. They're not responding to me at all.
All right, well,
Robin, you look like a woman I wouldn't want to mess with, so let's hope that council gets onto that.
Good on you, Robin.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate your support. Have a great day.
Best of luck with that fight ahead.
Yeah. Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
That never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?